Listen, if you think early-stage leadership is just another checkbox on your startup journey, you're already in deep trouble. This is where everything cracks or holds. This moment, it's honestly the most brutal, exhausting raw test you'll face, not just as a founder, but as a human being trying to build something that matters. You feel it every damn day. The sleepless nights, the doubt gnawing at you, the pressure to not just deliver, but to transform. Because the people around you, they don't just need a CEO, they need a torchbearer, a decision maker who can slice through chaos when the world is screaming for clarity. Yet everyone expects you to be perfect, all-knowing, unshaken, unstoppable. And if you're honest for a second, that expectation is a punch right to the gut. You're burnt out, isolated, fighting doubts that don't go away. Leadership at this stage demands a kind of grit and emotional intelligence you weren't warned about in board meetings. But here's the cold truth. No matter how smart you are, if you can't own that pressure and channel it, your startup dies. Period. So here's what needs to happen. Stop confusing being nice or liked with being effective. Early-stage leadership is about ruthless empathy. Know your people, not just what they do on paper, but what breaks them at 2am. Build a culture where honesty isn't a punchline, but a backbone. You want commitment? Show vulnerability. Be visible in your struggles. When you hide, your team will too, and then you're blind. Don't just manage your product roadmap, manage the emotional roadmap. Call out burnout before it becomes a quiet cancer. The smartest founders out there are those who build trust by showing cracks, not pretending to be unbreakable. Here's something no one shouts loud enough. You need to master pacing yourself. Leadership isn't about grinding every hour because that's how heroes are made. It's about picking your fights, setting non-negotiables, and protecting your mental fuel like a hawk. If you run yourself dry, chasing every new investor call, competitor move, or unsolicited advice, you won't be there when it actually matters. This stage crushes people who don't take their own well-being seriously. So your first act of leadership every day, guard your mind. Put boundaries around your work hours, your inbox, your time with your team. Grow a hunger for balance, not burnout, masquerading as hustle. Now here's a game changer that will mess with your head in the best way. Obsess less about control and more about connection. Most founders panic trying to micromanage every damn thing. Product features, hiring, customer feedback. But the real leverage? Building bulletproof relationships. Real dialogue, brutal feedback loops, deep trust with investors, co-founders, your core team. When this network is tight, it's like a force multiplier. Problems don't pile up because people are connected, aligned, and pull you forward together. Leadership here means creating a chain that carries the startup, not just dragging it alone. Stop treating leadership like a solo gig. It isn't. Lastly, learn this brutal lesson fast. Your mindset determines if you survive or die. Early-stage leadership is a mind game. It's not just managing tasks, but wrestling with fear, rejection, moments you want to quit but can't. The founders who survive are those who train themselves to reframe failure as data, setbacks as signals, and pressure as potential. This isn't fluff. It's muscle memory for your brain. Build it by forcing perspective. Celebrate tiny wins. Reassess honestly. Pivot hard when needed. If your mind breaks, the company crashes. Period. So this is the call. Stop waiting for permission to be the leader your startup needs right now. Get brutal with yourself. Be deeply honest about your limits, your weaknesses, your fears. Push yourself to connect harder, care deeper, and act bolder. Early-stage leadership doesn't tolerate half measures. Show up like your startup's life depends on it, because it does, and watch how everything changes. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and open the featured link to learn more.